Hello student, welcome to my second lecture on chapter number 4, that is structure of atoms. In this lecture we will discuss about following points. First, concept of atomic number and atomic mass number, isotopes, isobars and isotones. Lastly, we will discuss about Rutherford's atomic model and its drawbacks. Okay, now start one by one. First, concept of atomic number and atomic mass number. In this first point, that is atomic number. In atomic number, the value of positive charge present on the nucleus of an atom was determined by Henry Moseley. The scientist Henry Moseley used anodes of different metals in the discharge tube and subjected them to attack of cathode rays. Moseley found that when cathode rays struck anodes of different metals, then the characteristic X-ray were emitted. The wavelength of these rays were found to decrease in regular manner on changing the metal of the anode in the order of its position in the periodic table. Then Moseley found that the square root of the frequency of X-ray thus emitted are directly proportional to the number of positive charges present on the nucleus of atom of the metal used as a anode. Okay. Then from this experiment he concluded that the number of positive charge present on the nucleus of an atom is the most fundamental properties of atoms. Thus, a term atomic number was introduced to describe this most fundamental property of an atom. Hence, the atomic number of an element can be defined as the number of unit positive charges present on the nucleus of an atom of a particular element is called atomic number of that elements. Okay. And since the positive charge present on the nucleus of an atom is due to the proton present in it, and each proton has a unit positive charge, then the atomic number can also be defined as the number of proton present in the nucleus of an atom of a particular elements is called the atomic number of these element. In neutral atom, the number of protons is exactly equal to the number of electrons in it. Hence, the atomic number of an atom is also equal to the number of electrons present in it. and the atomic number is represented by symbol Z. Hence the atomic number Z is equal to number of protons is equal to total number of electrons. For example, argon, its atomic number is 18 and atomic mass number is 40. These proton and neutron will be distributed in this diagram. That is, total proton is equal to 18 and total neutron is equal to 22. Here simple this diagram you have to observe. Total number of proton is equal to 18, then as completely equal to total number of electrons also 18, means that number of proton is equal to total number of electrons. Okay, next. Second point, that is atomic mass number. The entire mass of an atom is concentrated into its nucleus. The electrons present in the space around the nucleus possess negligible mass and do not contribute much to the mass of an atom. Hence, in a true sense, the entire mass of an atom may be supposed to be present in the nucleus. The nucleus of an atom contains proton and neutrons, which are collectively called as nucleus or nucleons. Since mass of each of these particles is nearly 1 on an atomic mass unit scale, then the sum of numbers of protons and neutrons refers to approximate mass of an atom in mu. This number is called as mass number. It may be defined as follows: the sum of the number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom is called mass number of that atoms or elements. Mass number is represented by capital A, letter capital A. Then the mass number A is equal to number of protons plus total number of neutrons is equal to total number of nucleons. Thus, for a neutral atoms, X is any elements with mass number A and atomic mass number Z. The number of electrons here you have to simply calculate. Z is electrons equal to also represented by Z, and total number of proton is also you have to consider by Z, and number of neutrons you have to easily calculate by A minus Z. For example, thus in case of chlorine, atomic mass number 35 and atomic number 17, with atomic number Z is equal to 17 and mass number is equal to 35. In this case, the number of extra nuclear electrons is equal to 17, number of proton also 17, and number of neutrons you have to easily calculate. A is equal to 35 minus 17 is equal to 18. Okay. Generally, every atoms X is represented as A above side and Z is the bottom side, where X is the symbol of the atoms. Mass number is written toward the top of the left, while atomic number toward the left bottom of the symbol of elements. Okay. Next one. Third point, that is isotope, isobar and isotones. Similarities in composition of nuclei result in three types of relationship. First, isotope, second isobar, and third one isotone. Then you have to simply discuss about first one, that is isotopes. The atomic species of an element possesses same atomic number but number. Different atomic mass number are called isotopes. It may be defined as the atom of an element which have same number of protons but different number of neutrons in their nuclei are called isotopes of the element. As we know that the proton number is the atomic number, then all the isotopes of an element have the same position in the modern periodic table, which exhibit similar chemical properties. All the neutral isotopes of an element coexist and definite natural abundance. The table 4.2 shows feature of the three common isotopes of carbon. Example दिया है यहाँ पे कार्बन का, कार्बन C12, C13 and C14. Atomic number 6, 6, 6. Atomic mass number 12, 13, 14. Neutrons simple 12 minus 6, 6, 7 and 8. Natural abundance 98.9%, 1.1% and greater than 0.00017%. Here simple stability is the first two is stable, first and second stable, third one is radioactive. Okay. Next one, isobar. The atoms of different neighboring elements having the same mass number but different atomic numbers are called isobars. Isobars are different elements. Also, we remember they have different chemical properties and occupy different position in the modern periodic table. Simple, in short, you have to remember isobar have different number of protons as well as neutrons, but same sum of the protons and neutrons. For example, as shown in figure, is that table. This table having simple, what is the isobar is equal to, that is argon, potassium and calcium. It's having atomic mass number, same atomic mass number 40, 40, 40. Atomic number 18, 19, 20. Mass number same है, atomic number different है. Number of electrons 90 also, no, proton and neutron same. Their proton and electrons are same. Proton 18, 19 and 20. But different number of neutrons, that is 22, 21 and 20. Okay, these are simple example of isobars. Next one, next point, that is isotone. In isotone, the atoms of different element having same number of neutrons and different number of protons with different atomic and mass numbers in their nucleus are called isotones. For example, as shown in table. This table shows what the isotones. Example is carbon 14, nitrogen 15 and oxygen 16. Atomic mass number, that is 14, 15, 16. It's having proton 6, 7 and 8. But same number of proton, neutrons, that is 8, 8 and 8. Okay, same number of neutrons, different number of protons. It shows the isotones. Okay, next one, last point, that is Rutherford's atomic model. Rutherford, in an attempt to verify various model of atom proposed by Dalton's and Thomson carried out alpha particle scattering experiment in 1909. In this experiment, radioactive source of alpha particles was placed in cavity of lead block. Cavity of lead block. The alpha particles emitted from this source were passed through lead slit system to give a fine beam of alpha particles. This beam of particles was bombarded on a thin gold foil of thickness near about 100 nanometer. The gold foil was surrounded by fluorescent screen, that is zinc sulfide, wherever alpha particles strike on this screen, a tiny flash of light was produced at the point. This simple diagram you have to simply observe here. Source of energy source is there. Here simple, this beam of light will be passed through this slide, then this goes to the simple very thin gold foil, then this is what the number of rays will be directly passed on strike on the zinc sulfide fluorescent screen. Then only with the help of this experiment, Rutherford will be concluded by following points or observe following points. First point, that is most of the alpha particles pass through a gold foil without deflection. Without deflection, most of the particles, alpha particles, will be passed through the gold foil without deflection. Second, some of the alpha particles, that is out of 800, only one alpha particles was deflected through a small angle, that is less than 90 degree. Third point, a very few numbers of alpha particles, that is out of 30,000, only one alpha particles was deflected by a large angle, that is greater than 90 degree. And a very few, that is out of 10 millions, only one alpha particle was deflected through an angle of 180 degree. Okay, so as per the above observation, Rutherford drew a following conclusion. First conclusion, the atom consists of large empty space, extremely, that is hollow. And second point, the positively charged alpha particles get repelled and deflected by the positive charge in the atoms. Rutherford called this positively charged space of an atom as a nucleus. Then the volume occupied by the nucleus is negligibly small as compared to the total volume of atoms. The radius of the atom is about 10 raised to minus 10 meter in angstrom and 10 raised to minus 15 meter in Fermi units. So on the basis of this conclusion, Rutherford proposed his model of atom as follows. Finally, Rutherford says an atom consists of tiny positively charged nucleus at its center. Nucleus contain positively charged particles. Almost entire mass of an atom and positively charged is concentrated in the nucleus. Second point, he says number of negatively charged electrons equal to number of positive charge on the nucleus, revolving in various orbits around the nucleus. Thus, Rutherford model of an atom resembles as the solar system in which planets revolve around the sun. Third point, the number of positively charged particles in an atom is exactly equal to the number of extranuclear electrons. So, the positively charged of nucleus is balanced by negatively charged due to all revolving electrons. An atom is electrically neutral. Next number, the electrons and nucleus are held together by electrostatic force of attractions. Okay. Next, that is the last point of this lecture, that is drawbacks of Rutherford's atomic model. This Rutherford will be simply observe what is the atomic models. He shows what is the electrons, protons, mainly protons will be discovered on this scattering alpha particle scattering experiment. But some drawbacks is there. That is, first drawbacks. According to Maxwell theory of electromagnetic radiation, when a charged particle revolves, it gives out radiation and lose energy. According to Maxwell theory, that is electromagnetic theory, it says radiations when a charged particle revolve, it gives out radiation and energy lose. That is statement of Maxwell theory. An electron revolving around the nucleus should continuously emit radiation and lose energy. Due to this, the electron should come closer to the nucleus by following spiral path and ultimately fall into the nucleus as shown in figure. Simple, this diagram will be shows what the electrons are goes to the revolving around the nucleus, then each goes continuous in motion, then some energy will be loses. One time these are directly goes to the nucleus and this spiral path will be completely disappear. But the time required for the fall of electron into the nucleus is almost instantaneous, that is 10 raised to minus 10 seconds. Hence, atomic models proposed by Rutherford must be unstable, but in practice this does not happen. Actually ऐसे नहीं होता है. Second drawbacks, according to Rutherford's model of an atom, the electron can occupy all the positions from the wall of the nucleus, that is near about 10 raised to minus 15 meter of the size of atoms and 10 raised to minus 10 meters, as the atomic spectrum is related with the energy radiated by the revolving electrons, since all positions outside nucleus are available for electrons. Hence, observed atomic spectrum due to revolving electrons must be continuous. However, observed atomic spectrum contain discrete line and that is discontinuous. Okay, in short, simple, it does not describe the distribution of electrons around the nucleus and their energies. Okay, that's the simple two main drawbacks in Rutherford models. These two drawbacks are simply removed by next models or next developing scientists. So remaining part or how to drawbacks will be removed. These concepts are clear in next lecture by new concept. Okay, thank you.